to my brand new reaction channel. I can't wait to start this journey with you. I will start my journey off with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, as well as the spinoff with Angel. I will be using Josh Whedon's blog to kind of know when to do the crossover episodes. I'll leave that link down below for you guys if you want to follow along there as well. So you also, if you're not familiar with the show, know when to do the crossovers and when I'm going to be posting for that. I'm so excited to start this journey with you guys. Leave me some comments down below of other shows or movies that you would like me to see, to watch and react for you guys. The only thing I ask is no torture horror movies, because I'm just not really into that. But anything else goes. I love psychological thrillers, dramas, action, the whole 9 yards. I do enjoy that. Side note, I have seen the show before, but that was years and years and years ago, so it'll almost be like reacting for the first time. I don't remember everything that happens, but I will just comment on everything that I feel moved to actually comment on. So I hope you enjoy this revisit reaction for these, at least the Buffy show. I have not seen many episodes of Angel, so I think I've only seen a handful of those. But for the majority of it, it will be a first-time reaction for Angel. I've got some ideas of some other TV series that I haven't seen, as well as some movies that I want to do for you guys. But I welcome your suggestions as well. So yeah, so don't worry about doing spoilery comments for me, because like I said, I have seen Buffy. Just watch when we get to the Angel series, because I have not watched the majority of those. But yeah, so let's hop on in to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 1, Episode 1, which I believe is called Pilot. So let's get started. I believe this is Sunnydale High at night, but I could be wrong. Do not like the creepy halls at all, but you can feel the music pounding. Eerie. Then you look into a classroom, it looks like. I've never seen a classroom this clean before, especially after the kids have left. Oh, eerie, eerie music. I feel like something's about to happen. And I was right. Breaking and entering. Who are these two characters? Why are they even breaking in? Not wise choices. Breaking and entering to a school. Why is there not an alarm going off?
I used to.
It makes sense why you'd be
On top of the
breaking
gym,
in.
it's
Why
so
would you come
cool.
back to
You can see the whole
your
town.
old school? Always looking for the bad boy. What are those footsteps I heard in the background?
I just can't get in trouble.
Why do girls always fall
Yeah,
for
you
the
can count
kids?
on
Just doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
She doesn't seem that concerned. The makeup is beautifully done on her face for the vampire. So a lot of practical makeup going in to create the look of her. That was a cool transition too. So we have the iconic opening of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love it. Air drumming, woo! Just gets you all hyped up. Now we got this kind of creepy melody playing and pairing it with these very, very creepy images that she's dreaming. I don't like these images. They're cool, just don't like them. A lot of images. You can just feel the bass beat just going on. Not a dream I would want to have, definitely. Now there's,
I want to be late
apparently they just moved here, if I remember right. They had awesome soundtracks for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'll give them that.
I know you're going to make
Definitely
friends
first day
right
of
away.
school.
Just think. Try not to get kicked out.
That is never a good thing. That a parent ever says to their child not to get kicked out of school. So that makes me believe that she was kicked out of her last school, but I don't remember why. I love him.
Excuse me.
But not a good place to do skateboarding. if you're not good at it. Getting introduced to Willow, and I believe his name was Xander.
You know,
And I hate math too. I definitely know
can we
that
tonight, please
I
be my study
identify
buddy?
with Xander about that.
From the library, where the books live.
Right, from there.
Where the books live, library. Everyone's interested in the new girl. And he's so clueless, this other guy, the tall guy. He's so clueless. New girl. That's all he knows.
Buffy Summers,
Believe this is the
sophomore,
principal.
Native Hemery High.
Going over her record with her. Oh my God, I've never seen a principal do that. Just ripping up her record.
Even if it says...
What did it say by his reaction? That wasn't good. And
Caring
now
about that.
he's
Do you think
taping them together,
colorful
back together. It must have been really bad. That's not good either.
You burned down the
Oh my gosh,
gym.
you burned down her gym. I didn't remember that.
gym was full of vampires.
Wow, she's letting it slip already on her first day at school? No. I definitely don't remember that.
And help you to respect our needs. And if your needs and our needs don't mesh...
Okay, so translating, if she doesn't meet the requirements at this school, she's out. That would be the translation I took from that whole conversation right there. I am so klutzy. Oh man, that would be me. Not watching where I'm going.
Can I have you?
I cannot believe he said that to her.
Xander is me.
And Xander is me. Oh my gosh.
Maybe at school, since we both
So awkward. Oh my gosh.
go there.
She's like, oh my God, I gotta get away from this really weird guy. He's already hitting on me, and my first day here, and he's weird.
Hey, you forgot your...
How could you forget that? Of all things, if you're trying to be low-key and keep secrets, you've almost told the principal, and now you left your steak? Come on now. Really? I know she's nervous, but still. That just blows my mind that she did that.
You can trace
And
the
she's like,
spread
oh my
of the
gosh,
disease
first day here, I don't have my books, and then you want me to turn to a page? Really?
And this,
Wow.
if you're looking for a textbook of your very own, there's probably a few in the
And
library.
helpful. So different from what I remember their relationship being like later in the show. Seems so, like, very open to Buffy right here.
We do have to test your coolness factor.
Of course,
You're from LA,
popular
so we
girl,
can skip
having
through
to
it.
live up to
Let's
certain
see.
expectations. We'll see if she actually does, but I remember somehow they get off to a wrong foot after this whole meeting situation.
Trendy, but tasty.
John Tesh.
The devil.
That was pretty. Willow.
The
Nice
condescension
dress.
here.
Good to know you've seen the
How
softer
she
side
talks
of Sears.
down to Willow.
No wonder you're such a
Hates.
guy magnet.
That cattiness. Just despise that. Why? Why do that to others?
If you want to
Don't
fit
get me
in here,
started
the
on the whole
first rule
bullying
is
thing. She's
know
so
your
catty.
losers.
But then she's so nice to Buffy. So superficial about worrying about clothing.
You should come by the bronze tonight.
The who?
I do remember the bronze, so.
They let anybody in, but it's still the scene.
But never was told where the bronze was.
And you can tell me absolutely
Like she
everything
really
there
wants
is
to
to know
talk about
about you.
herself.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, she doesn't want to talk about herself. Now, I want to know why the library is so dark. Everywhere else is bright in the school, but everything here is just dark and full of shadows. And no one responds to her when she's asking, hello? And what is up with this newspaper article? Why is it circled in red? It doesn't speak, just text. Creeper! But I remember this character too. He asked like she's supposed to know him.
Miss Summers?
He was told she was coming. I guess
Good
the principal
call.
could have told him.
I'm Mr. Giles.
And wasn't this book in the montage of images, dreams she had? And
That's
she's
not what I'm looking
freak out.
I'm way sure.
I couldn't imagine giving that book to someone and it not be the right person. Insert foot in the mouth. To think you'd done that. And this whole dialogue
It's kind of weird to me. Hey, after these yet?
talking about her
Well,
being
the
kicked
child
out.
in the cat is the... When she said it.
Dead guy. How did they get him in the locker. He's too tall because there's that shelf there. How? Makes no sense how they did that. Definitely I would be freaked out. Lunchtime, apparently.
But aren't you hanging out with Cordelia?
Apparently
I can't
here
do
in
both.
this universe they can't
Not
move
legally.
between clicks.
Oh, I could totally help you out.
So
if you
eager
had
to
sixth
help
period
out.
free, we could meet in the library.
I love her eagerness, her friendliness with Willow.
Place just kind of gives me the Wiggins.
Oh, it has that effect on most
Yeah,
kids.
that is a creepy, creepy library.
And the new librarian is really cool.
Very
new.
cute. He's new too.
But he knows
She's
everything,
new.
and he
Putting
brought all
two
these
and two
historical
together.
volumes and biographies, and am I the single
Oh,
dullest
Willow,
person
you're
alive?
not dull at all. And here comes the guys.
Hey.
Hey there.
Buffy, this is Jesse, and that's Xander.
Oh, me and Buffy go way back.
Look at
Old
her
friends. Very
face.
close.
She's like, who are you and why are you doing this?
Well, it's nice to meet you guys. I think.
Trying to be polite. It's like, he thinks, but not sure.
The only thing I can think is that you're building a really little fence.
A little fence.
Actually, it was for self-defense.
She's really good at coming up with excuses on the fly.
So what do you do for fun? What do you like? What do you look for in a man? Let's hear it.
Oh my God. Overbearing, eagerness to get to know her. So creepy, almost
Well,
so
not
pushy.
much goes on in a one Starbucks town like Sunnydale. You're pretty
She
big
does
news.
not want to be
I'm
big
not.
news.
Are these guys bothering you?
No.
She's not hanging out
Willow
with us.
trying to save Buffy's popularity.
Hey, Cordelia.
Oh, please.
Now here comes that cattiness again.
I don't mean to interrupt your downward mobility. Gym was canceled due to the extreme dead guy in the locker.
Dead.
Totally
Way
dead.
dead.
Way dead.
Totally
It's
dead.
not just a little dead.
Not just a little dead. Oh my goodness.
How did he die?
How?
I
Again,
don't
she's
know.
giving herself
Well, were there any
away.
Morbid much?
My gosh, if you're trying to keep it secret, why would you be so vocal about asking these questions?
I didn't ask.
Definitely not flying under the radar if that was her goal. Man, she's strong. Slayer strength. Again, going into these dark. Why would the police even leave a body there? There's no yellow tape. But why would you leave unattended? That makes no sense.
Great.
Some things in the show just doesn't make sense. Back in the library again.
Okay. He's got
So
two
dark.
little
It's
bitty
even
holes in
darker
his
than
neck,
before.
and all his blood. Aren't you just going, ooh?
Love that line. Yes.
It's my first day.
Very reasonable to
I
fear
was
being
afraid
behind
that I
in her
was going to
classes.
be behind in all my classes,
A little bit superficial worries about being in last month's hair.
and I don't care.
But why? Why doesn't she care? Why is she running from her destiny of being the Slayer?
A vampire, they have to suck your blood, and then you have to suck their blood.
I love this
It's like a whole big
explanation.
sucking thing. Mostly, they're just going to kill you.
True. Vampires are pretty much just going to kill you. Very rarely are they going to turn you. Unless you can be useful.
Oh, why can't you people just leave me alone?
Oh, maybe we're going to get to the why.
Into each generation, a slayer
Again,
is
I
born.
love this.
One
where he
girl
gives
in
the
all
back
the world,
door.
a chosen one born with a
Strength and skill to hunt the vampire. Yeah,
She's
and I've
over
both
it.
been
So
there and
over
done
it.
that, and I'm moving on.
What is it about the town?
Dig a bit in the history of this place and you'll find
What is so important about Sunnydale?
that things gravitate towards it that you might not find. Zombies,
Zombies?
werewolves, incubi, succubi, everything
So
you've ever
this
dreaded
world
was
is
under
more
your
than
bed
just
that told
vampires.
yourself couldn't be by the light of day.
So
They're
intense.
all real.
And secondly, I'm retired.
Retired? Don't think so. You can't retire being a Slayer.
Hey, I know. Why don't you kill him? Prepares me for what? For getting kicked out of school?
Oh,
For losing all of my friends?
yes.
For having to spend all of my time fighting for my life and
God,
never
that's
getting to tell anyone because I
heartbreaking.
might endanger them?
Oh man. So what happened to her last watcher? Why wasn't Giles told whatever happened to her before she came here? Xander. Wrong place, right time.
The influx of the
Seriously? Surprised no one in the hall is picking up on this. How
Something
he's
is going to happen
being
here.
weird with
Soon.
her.
How bad and evil can there be?
Famous last words. Seriously, you just jinxed yourself. What spooky lair are we going down to now? So, definitely not going to have electricity down here, so the torches and candles make sense. A lot of heavy breathing.
The sleeper
Who
will
is the
wake.
sleeper? And why is he waking? Why is he asleep?
The sleeper will wake.
All right, we get it. He's gonna wake. Sleeper or she's gonna wake. It.
The sleeper will
Ew.
wake.
But what's that?
And the world
Why is the world
will
gonna
bleed.
bleed if he wakes? It wakes.
Amen.
And is this dude a preacher?
Hi,
Okay, so getting
I'm
ready
an
to go
enormous
out.
slut. Hello, would you like a copy of the Watchtower?
Hi, hon.
Hey,
Oh my gosh.
Are you going out tonight?
Worry about what to wear to go out.
you know, I think we can make it work
Learning
here. I've got my positive energy
Relationship,
flowing.
how learning about the relationship.
Oh, we may have found a space
They're so
today.
awkward.
That's great.
Very easy for the mother to have moved towns as well.
It's
With
hard.
Whatever Buffy did.
New town
Burning down the
and
gym, that's
everything.
right.
It is for me too.
Yeah, they can try it. She's trying so hard to relate.
I'm trying to make it work.
They're
I'm
so
going
awkward.
to make it work. Oh, you're a good girl, Buffy. You just fell in with the
So
wrong crowd.
Joyce definitely doesn't know. Kind of reinforces that she can't tell people because she would endanger them. She definitely doesn't want to endanger her mother. But because she can't tell her mother, then she's just looked as this rebellious teen who's making bad choices because she fell with the wrong crowd. And I definitely would not be walking down these streets. And especially hearing someone following me is definitely creepy. Creepy as all get out. No! What 16-year-old is just gonna walk somewhere? And again, where did she get the directions from? Who told her how to get there on these winding, dark streets? Shadows following her. Now she's running. I know she's a slayer, but still, she's a girl. You don't go walking by yourself down dark alleys and streets. That's just common sense, which apparently Buffy does not have. I can get a clearer view of who this character is. Whoever's stalking her. Oh, yeah, that's such a cool shot. I want to know how they did this. How did they get her vertical like that? That's Angel. Do remember that
I know what
character
you're
as
thinking.
well.
Don't worry. I don't bite.
That's not stalkery to someone you just met. Hello? Creepy. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Ugh.
I thought you'd be taller or bigger, muscles and all
Really?
that.
Going to talk down to her?
What do I want?
To kill him. To kill them all.
Again, with these creepy lines.
Sorry, that's incorrect. But you do get this lovely
I
watch
love
and
her
your supply of
puns and
turtle
her
wax. What I
bantering.
want is to be left alone.
You're standing at the mouth of hell.
What is the mouth of hell?
You've got to be ready
Gotta be ready for what?
for the harvest.
And what's the harvest? Standing on the mouth of hell, now the harvest?
Let's just say I'm a friend.
A friend? Really? The way you're talking to her? Not very friendly.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't want a friend.
Why is she gonna trust you if you're talking to her that way? Stalking her, creeping up on her, telling you want to kill them all. Then he comes bearing gifts of a cross. Really? Come on, Angel. You gotta do better than that. If you want her to actually trust you. So I'm guessing this is the outside of the bronze. Oh, Buffy just wants to have someone that she can hang out with. I've done that many times, and that's so embarrassing when that happens. She just wants to know one person, recognize one person.
Hey. Oh, hi.
At least she met up with Willow.
I thought Xander was gonna show up. We used to go out, but we broke up. He stole my Barbie.
That is so iconic.
Well, when I'm with a boy I like, it's hard for me to say anything cool or witty or at all. I can usually make a few vowel sounds and then I have to go away.
I so relate to that, not being able to being that awkward around guys that she can't talk, huh? Or even making a sound. Poor Willow.
Well, my philosophy. Do you want to hear my philosophy?
Yeah, I do.
I want to hear this philosophy.
Life is short.
Life is short.
Not original, I'll grant you, but it's true. You know? Why waste time being all shy and worrying about some guy and if he's gonna laugh at you? Seize the moment, because tomorrow you might be dead.
Wow, that is one way of looking at it. Seize the moment because tomorrow you might be dead. Kind of puts things in perspective, I guess. Wow. And who did Buffy see earlier? I didn't catch that. Again, another very dark place, so it's hard to make out the characters. Just with a brief glimpse of things.
So, you like
Giles.
to party with the students? Isn't that kind of skanky?
Oh, right. This is me having fun. Watching.
Love Giles.
This is a perfect breeding ground for vampire activity. It's dark, it's crowded.
Agree with that.
Besides, I knew you were likely to show up, and I have to make you understand.
That the harvest is coming, I know. Your friend told me.
What did you say?
He does not know about the harvest.
I'm not sure. Who told you this?
And he definitely doesn't know Angel.
Did he say anything else?
Something about the mouth of hell.
Finally telling her watcher, mouth of hell, the harvest. Yeah, Giles is clueless.
It's not as though you've been having the nightmares.
Looking at the zoom in on her face, the dreams from earlier, beginning of the episode. So apparently those are prophetic dreams. Cordelia is just going on and babbling.
Hey, Cordelia!
Yay, it's my stalker.
Stalker, hers. She's so mean to Jesse.
Listen, want to dance,
With you?
Well, yeah.
Well, no.
Cordelia, you can be nicer. You can let people down a lot nicer than that.
I didn't say I'd never slay another vampire. Not gonna get way extracurricular with it.
Extracurricular with them.
True demonic visage.
You're like a textbook with arms. I know this.
I can text people with arms, oh my gosh.
The point is, a slayer should be able to see them anyway. Without looking, without thinking.
So much pressure put on the Slayer. It's not fair.
You should know. Even through this mass and this dim,
Just
you should be
lecturing
able to
her.
sense them. Until the energy washes over you, till you feel every particle of
There's one.
Where?
Right there.
Oh my gosh. I love Giles, you didn't hone in. Oh no.
Oh no.
Isn't that...
Willow.
The one time Willow actually takes charge and goes up to guys, she goes up to this guy, and if I'm not mistaken, he is from the very first part of this episode with at the school. Ugh. Oh man. Yeah, just break something off. That's just cool. Property damage. You know. Another dark alley, dark hallway by herself. I know she's a slayer and all, but still, not good life choices. It just frustrates me. I don't recall feeling like this as a younger adult when it first came out and I first watched it. But now, with my life experience, after all these years later, that's why I'm frustrated with her. She should not be going down these halls, dark areas by herself. Scares the crap out of Cordelia. Definitely the time that she messed up that friendship.
Excuse me, I have to call everyone I have ever met right now.
Cordelia, seriously, you have to call everyone that you've ever met because she did that.
I didn't find them.
The vampire is not dead.
Still haven't found Willow or the vampire,
One vampire I can handle.
but does she know it's only one? And Darla.
Darla.
Darla's
I haven't seen her around.
again from the beginning of the show, so we know she's a vampire. Poor
Have I met
unsuspecting
them?
Jesse.
You probably will.
And he thinks, oh great, I'm gonna meet the family. No, you don't want to meet these people. These vampires really don't. Oh, gross. Being raised up out of this pool of red, which I'm guessing is supposed to be blood. Nasty! Gross. He's not charming looking. But he looks extremely happy. The one that always says, the sleeper will wake, that dude. We don't have a name for this character yet.
Master.
So is the master the sleeper that he was talking about earlier? Seems very happy that the master is out of this pool of blood. Why was he in that pool of blood? How did he get there? Questions I have. Don't know if they're going to answer them.
Harvest. You will be restored.
So the harvest is supposed to restore the master's strength. So I'm assuming the harvest is harvesting people since vampires drink blood. That is cool. That shimmer effect. So is that shimmering walls what keeps the master there, contained?
Luke. Yes. Bring me something young.
If he's asking Luke, which we now know the name of that character, if he's asking him to bring him something, I guess the master definitely can't leave, and that shimmering wall is keeping him there. Gotcha.
I still can't believe I've never seen you at school. Do you have Mr. Chomsky for history?
And the guy doesn't talk to her.
I know a shortcut.
Shortcut to hell. Right into a cemetery. Yay! We love cemeteries!
Not tonight, no.
She left with a guy.
Talking about Willow, right? Scorn at the bronze.
Xander's so happy for Willow.
Was there a school bulletin? Was it in the newspaper? Is there anyone in this town who doesn't know I'm the Slayer?
But she wasn't so flying under the cover with that. She left outer state, almost said vampires to the principal.
We don't find her, and there's gonna be one more dead body in the morning.
No. Cannot kill off Willow. She seems so ominous when she's talking to Xander about that. Very true, though. They don't find them in time. Dead Willow doesn't stand a chance at all. Why does he have his hands all over her?
What are you afraid of?
And trying to go into the neck. You. No. Getting rough with Willow. Not cool at all. Not how you treat a girl. Now silently stalking her. How did Darla get there so fast? She was talking to Jesse.
Oh my God, Jesse!
You know, he gave me a hickey.
Okay, how did Jesse not see her face change when she went to bite him and cause it a hickey? Seriously? They're not subtle when they change.
Leave us alone!
You're not going anywhere until we fail.
See, they're not very subtle with their changes. How did Jesse not figure it out?
This is nice. It's a little bare, but a dash of paint, a few throw pillows. Call it home. You mean there's actually someone in this town who doesn't know already?
She's not very subtle in keeping her own secret. Why is she upset when people know?
Okay, first of all, what's with the outfit? Live in the now.
Live in the now, oh my gosh. Not even worried that she's got two vampires stalking her.
Now, we can do this the hard way, or, well, actually, there's just the hard way.
That's fine with me.
Are you sure? Now, this is not going to be pretty. We're talking violence, strong language, adult content.
I love that whole scene. Violence, strong language, adult content. That would freak Darla out, for sure.
See what happens when you roughhouse?
He was young and stupid.
But she still, even though she's a little startled, she still thinks she can take Buffy. That's cute. This is all on the same day, right?
Don't you know?
I don't care.
Luke really doesn't care. Ow! Ow, ow, ow.
You were supposed to be bringing an offering for the master.
He's not happy with Darla at all.
We had someone, but then she came. She killed Thomas. Luke, she's strong.
And that scene just lets us know that Darla's scared of Buffy. But Luke, doesn't really care. He's going to take care of the little girl. It's very condescending.
You're strong. I'm stronger.
Yeah, he's not really worried about her at all. And now they're surrounded by vampires. That was pretty cool. The cartwheel over.
You think you can stop me? Stop us?
Steak.
What you're dealing with.
Modified steak. No! No! Not my back.
The newest light will come the harvest, and the blood of men will flow as wine. When the Master will walk among them once more.
So we know about the mouth of hell now, and the harvest, I should say. So were the demons there before man? It's kind of what kind of made it to seem like, and the old ones are going to be walking the earth again.
Amen.
There's with the amen again. To be continued. Yay! All right, you guys. That was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 1, Episode 1, the pilot. A lot went on. We learned a lot about the whole Buffyverse, introduction to that. We learned that Buffy got kicked out of her old school for burning down the gym. Her and her mom have a very strained and awkward type of relationship. So she's starting Sunnydale High as a new student. I think this entire episode was just one day in the life of Buffy. And a lot went on. She met her watcher, Giles. We've learned that she does not want to continue her Slayer duties because she's risked her life and she can't tell anybody that she is the Slayer because she would endanger their lives. So her mom doesn't know, and that makes that strain on that relationship because apparently she's been getting into a lot of trouble, and all her mom knows or feels like she's hanging out with the wrong people instead of knowing that her daughter is the Slayer. So we've met Giles. He's a new watcher, which you would think that the Watchers Council would have informed Giles about her whole situation, what happened with her old watcher, why she moved here now. But there seems to be a lot of disconnect there between that. We were introduced to who I know as Angel because I've watched the show before. I didn't remember their first meeting, but he was very creepy. And again, because I'm watching it with older eyes versus my younger, late teens, early 20s when it first came out, first aired, I pick up on the creepiness factor. He was stalking her down these aisles, down the street, down this dark alley, and the way he talked to her, about I know what you want, to kill them all. That is just weird and uneasiness and stalkery. It's just, what 16-year-old is going to take that well? Yes, he's hot. He's gorgeous to look at, but a pretty package can definitely hide evil personality underneath. Yeah, but then he gives her a cross, and yeah. So that's where she got that from. That makes sense now. Then Willow, we were introduced to both Xander and Willow. They're so cute together, and that whole scene talking about, we broke up because you stole my Barbie. That is just, I die laughing every time I hear and see that scene. That is just so hilarious. But I love seeing the early development of their friendship, how they met. Cordelia had a potential to be a very good friend, but then her popularity persona comes out and she just talks so condescending to people, talks down to people. But she had early on potential of being a very good friend to Buffy. She was very welcoming and warm towards her at the beginning, and then it kind of just went down from there. And then what I think finally broke it was when she almost stabbed her because Cordelia scared her when they came out of that room. I'm thinking it's the bathroom. And she almost staked her. So that kind of put an end to that. And then, of course, Cordelia and the popular girl mindset I must tell everyone everything about this whole situation, and that's going to ruin, of course, Buffy's reputation around the school, because she's going to basically call her a weirdo and a psycho. So that happened. Then we got this character. So those are kind of the good characters that we've kind of run into. We didn't really see anything about a father figure in this first episode. But then we got our three villains technically. We have Darla from the very beginning when she turned that guy that then showed up later. And then we have Luke, who seems really powerful, much more so than Darla was. Even though Darla is definitely not a weak individual, he's got a lot more strength to him, a lot more power. And then we got the sleeper, who I'm assuming was the master. He rose up out of this pool, so he was sleeping down there. I don't know if he was exiled into the pool and had to be raised. That wasn't really talked about in this episode, but we do know there was this shimmery field, force field, or magic wall, however you want to talk about it, that is keeping him contained down in this lair that they've created. The master can't leave this area. He asked Luke to bring him something young to feed on, as my interpretation of that, because the vampires feed, so it's going to kill whatever Luke brings to him. But the master can't leave. So Luke has to go out and do everything, or Darla or his little minions have to go out and find things for him to feed on. We know about the harvest. That is going to get the master his strength back, because he's mentioned that he was weak. So the harvest is, I'm assuming, a group of people. I don't know how many is involved in the harvest, but you saw a scene of Giles researching in his books to try to figure out what the harvest was or is, when it's going to take place, those types of things, while Luke is doing this monologue about what the harvest was, talking about man being a boil upon a plague on the earth. So it made it sound like the demons were there before man came and then pushed them all underground. That's kind of what that whole scenario kind of made me think of. But yeah, overall it was a great episode. I hope you enjoyed all of my reactions to it. Again, it is a revisiting, almost watching it like new, because it's been so long since I have watched it. I hope you're as excited to come back and watch Season 1, Episode 2 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I'll catch you guys then. Bye.